All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? Here we are on a Sunday night at the Bachelor Pad, also known as the Fortress of Solitude. And one of the things I've been itching to get to is some actual card openings. My plan, I've got several different packages here that have been waiting to be opened that have come in over the last couple weeks. And I know we'll have some unlimited cards, some Arabian Nights cards, possibly some Legends cards. So what I plan to do is to just kind of go through those and look at the quality of what was sent to me. And perhaps we'll look at how to leverage Scryfall as a way to order and sort your cards when you're storing them into a binder. And we might do that for the Arabian Nights cards, since, like I said, that's sort of what I've started collecting here recently. All right, so I'm going to do this in a way where I keep the information private. I've opened all these packages already, but I haven't pulled the cards out. And there's not going to be anything like, earth-shattering here. It's just, I'm just a guy who's trying to, pick up some cards to fill in a full set. So here, I'm going to have to cut that, aren't I? Okay. The practicalities of a unboxing video, which this is the first time I've tried to do something like this. So let's see what we've got here. Alright, so clearly I've got some Arabian Nights. I got Piety, I got Sandstorm, Giant Tortoise. Generally, I got these off of TCG Player. All the cards you'll see tonight I got off of TCG Player. And generally, I try to buy cards that are in the near mint to light play bracket. Some sellers, when you buy lightly played cards from them, they're closer to near mint. You can get lucky sometimes. And actually, one of the things I think I'm going to do here, let me bring over another light. These look like they're in pretty good shape. Let's see if this gives us a little bit more visibility on any kind of surface characteristics. So that one looks pretty good. That's not bad. Sandstorm's got a little scuffing around the edge, but again, not too bad. That right there kind of sucks. That, I think, would put it in maybe a light play category. But at least the front is clean. Hopefully you can see that. See that little spot right there. We'll see what that looks like later. And Giant Tortoise. Coming to you live and direct. That one also looks like it's in pretty good shape. Cool. One down. Let's see what's in this next one here. I actually have one of those Pieties already, but the reason I bought another one was because the arbitrage on the price was really, really good. Oh, this one's a little bit exciting. If I can get it off the invoice here. Alright, we got a Dark Ritual from Unlimited. What we can do to open this. This is going to be hilarious. My hand's getting in the way of the camera and everything like that. It's going to be pretty funny. Well, I'm having a challenge. Let me do this off camera. Still working on it. Having a challenge with this one. There we go. There we go. Dark Ritual, unlimited, near mint. At least it should be. There's a couple little dings on the back. There's a little crease right there, little spot right there. But overall, that's pretty good shape. So, I think that one looks pretty good. Put that up there. Like I said, I know there's going to be some more unlimiteds in here. Nothing really super expensive, but that one I got for $14.50. So that's probably one of the more expensive ones in this particular order, or in this series that we're going to be looking at tonight. Ooh. Well, I may have lied, actually. I don't have the price point on this one, but this is another unlimited. Actually, a couple. Looks like I bought another duplicate here. Alright, so got another couple unlimited cards. The Cormus Bell. I don't have that many artifacts right now. That one looks pretty nice, actually. Yeah, that one looks really clean. See that? I don't really see anything on the back either. That's pretty clean. That's very nice. And Demonic Attorney. This one I know that I have one of these already too. But again, I guess I got a good price on this one. Sometimes you'll see that, you know. I use, obviously the market price, sort of between market and low on TCG Player, but then also I look at mtgstocks.com, see which way the price action is heading. And sometimes you can find pretty good price arbitrage, and so if I happen to find a card that I like, even though I may already have it, like this one, I'll pick it up just because. Alright, here we go, moving on to the next one. Looks like we got more Arabian Nights here. Ooh, some of these are actually fairly expensive. These are all going to be Arabian Nights. Looks like we got 9 in this particular order. Alright, so put this down here. Looks like we can just pull these out and go through them. Okay. Alibaba. It's one of the more pricier ones. Cyclone. El Hajjaj. These are all pretty good shape, although that one's got some spotting. I don't know if you can see that. There's definitely in the upper left quadrant of this some spotting, almost like pock marks on the surface of the card. I probably would not have listed that one as a near mint. The back is pretty clean. I mean, that'll display nicely, but like I can even see it. There's some gray spots, like pock marks on the surface of the card. So I'm pleased to have it, but I wouldn't have listed that as near mint. Fish liver oil. Flying Men. I know for sure I had some of these. I can remember playing with these. Naf's Asp. Say that 3 times fast. think there's actually a variant of these. That's what these two are. So supposedly this one is lighter. Not sure if you can see that on the camera. See that? That's interesting too. Oh, that's what it is. See how that one right there has a different color behind it than that one? That's what it's referring to then. Yeah. This one was more expensive than this one, although they're both single-digit cards. We got an Oasis. Pretty cool land. These are all pretty clean, except for that one. I'm disappointed in that one. And I think I picked up some dust right there. That's pretty nice. By Louis Wolf. Alright, so far we're doing pretty good here. See if I can... I've got a couple more orders to go through. 2 more it looks like. Oh, maybe 1 more. Because I already did this one. Yep. Alright, 1 more. This one was from a TCG Player Direct order. Looks like we've got some Unlimited and Arabian Nights here. Let's see what we got. I'm going to have to consolidate these, but let me do them by color because we may have a chance to go through and put these in a binder shortly. Put the land up there. Alright, what do we got? What do we have? We got 2 Arabian Nights cards, and the rest of them are unlimited. Alright, move this light here. It's kind of glaring. Just move that out of the way. Army of Allah. The back of that one's pretty nice. The Salt Monolith. Evil Presence. Again, unlimited. Plague Rats. Reminds me of something from a Nurgle army in Warhammer. That's pretty clean. Raise the Dead. Look at that. So, can you see that? Now, this is only like a, I don't know, 40-cent card. Can you see that? That is crazy. And again, this is a near mint, supposedly. The only light play in the set that I bought is coming up. But look at that. That is totally not near mint. I could complain. In fact, I would complain if it was an expensive card. But like I said, I think this one was 40 cents. So, I did buy a Black Knight from Unlimited a while ago. And kind of in the same area, actually. The card was just like bent. And that's a $25 card, so I had to complain about that. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Sometimes that happens, though. TCG Player is pretty good about, like, if you buy from their direct program, they are pretty good about giving you a replacement or issuing you a credit pretty promptly. So, the other thing that sometimes happens with TCG Player, it doesn't look like we have an example of that here. I have had a couple of cases where I have gotten supposedly unlimited cards and they're actually revised. And, you know, it's an easy mistake to make because the real telltale difference, and I won't be able to show it here, but maybe in a future video we can look at it, but the telltale difference is the spacing on this font down here between revised and unlimited. There's a lot less space on the revised cards. That's what I tend to look at first. And the font tends to be lighter in color as well. But yeah, warp artifact, weakness. I've actually got an alpha version of this. Trying to fill in my black cards. Perhaps that's obvious within my unlimited set. And then finally, Dan, which I guess spawned its own play format. See, now this is a good example. This is supposedly a light play card, but there is not a blemish on the back of this thing. And similarly on the front, like there's no dings. Like compare that to this. God, I hope that's coming across in the video, but man. See, the thing is though, like I said, it's a 40-cent card and it'll display well in a binder, so it is what it is. If I pick up another one somewhere along the line, great. All right, so those are the cards that we have to work with, and I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up all the unlimited ones, deal with those later. And then what I think I'm going to do is pull out my binder for Arabian Nights and maybe see if we can't place these inside of there. And you'll see I've just gotten started collecting Arabian Nights, so I don't have that many. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use Scryfall in order to look at the order of the cards for Arabian Nights. So I'm going to go to all sets and then I'm going to scroll all the way down to the Arabian Nights section. And now the other thing is I've got my binder here. Let's see. Okay. And so if we're looking at the white cards, right? So we've got Army of Allah and we've got a Piety. As you can see, I've already got a Piety. So I'm going to put that one to the side. And then what I usually do for every card, I shouldn't say usually, I do it for every card. Extra adverbs are the worst. So I've got the Army of Allah. I always put it in a sleeve. And then you can see here on the Scryfall site that this is card number 2, right next to the camel. What would the Army of Allah be without the camels? And we are done with white. So then what we need to do is move over to blue. In fact, it might be on this page. Yeah. So you can see there that Dan is the first of the blue cards. So we've got these. Put this one like that. Leave these bad boys up. And it looks like fish liver oil is number 2. So we'll go ahead with that one. And then, oh, it looks like these are right in order. So I must have been going right down the list for this particular search. Okay. So I think that's all the blue that we've got. Now we've got our chipped up, pocked up El Hajjaj. And it looks like El Hajjaj comes after the witches. It's a nice card. I like the art on that. Like I said, I wish the surface condition was better, but so be it. I'll get another one at some point. Okay. And by the way, this card right here, Oubliette, that's one of my all-time favorite Magic cards. I love that art. Just the complete desolation of some dude rotting away inside of a bottle cell like that. It's just crazy. All right, so now we go to red, and it looks like I've got just one. Alibaba. Hopefully he's not the guy in the Oubliette. And let's see, he's right underneath there. Okay. So now we'll go to green. Let's look at what we've got. Several of these. So it looks like the Cyclone's going to be right there. And then the next one that we're going to have is the Naf's Asp. And remember, we've got two of these different variants. One of the things I wonder about is where do they show, because you can see on the listing on Scryfall, they've got the dark one listed in the order there. So like, for example, I could take this and put this like so. But then the question becomes, where do they have the variant? So maybe let's scroll down to the bottom and see. Well, now that's interesting too. I've got some other cards I frankly didn't know that there were that many variations within the deck or the set. So maybe what I'll do is I'll hold this one out, since this one is the variant. Hold that one out. I'll have to look at this Piety as well to compare. I mean, it looks like the fish liver oil and giant turtle as well. So that's pretty cool. But back to our regularly scheduled programming. We got Sandstorm. And then we got the Wolf. And it looks like the Sandstorm's going to go right there. The Wolf will go right there. And last one we got is the Oasis. I don't think looks like that's the last card in the set. So, looking at the site there, here's this one, so it's going to be right there. And the fact that there's 4 pockets in each row and 4 cards on the screen there on Scryfall make it real easy to do the math of where these things should go. So, yep, Scryfall is a great site. Lots of really good card information. Invaluable for helping you to fill out your complete set, know where the cards go. Also, I use it as a tool to fill in the gaps. So like the next thing that I'll do, maybe later this week is look on their list and go through and see which, empty spaces I have and what I can do in order to fill those out. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to open some cards and share those, and also look at getting some practice in for this kind of a video where I go through and have the camera at a different angle, showing more specific cards and trying to talk at the same time while doing a review of this kind. So Anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, and we'll be back with more in a little bit. Take care.